G'day everyone and welcome to today's video. I'm going to do another art journal page in my art journal book here, and I'm going to be using some archival ink. I've got this watercolor palette here, and this is by the Paper Mill. I just recently got this not long ago. I've also got some Hipster Tim Holtz stamps and some matching dies, which I thought I would play with today. These are so cute and funny. And I've got some watercolor paper here from Kmart, which I'm going to use with the watercolor paint. I've got some Semco colors here that I thought I might use on my page as well. Now, I haven't prepared this page with any gesso, so this is just paint going straight down on paper, and I'm just going to start with the background by just applying some paint. So I don't know where today is going to take me. All I know that is I want to use the Hipster stamps and the dies in today's art journal. So I'm just going to dry that off before I actually apply the next colour, and I'm going to splatter the next colour on, but then I'm going to spritz it with some water just to soften that up. Now at this point I decided to add a bit of a darker orange here and do the same technique, adding some splatters down, but I'm not going to soften it with any water. Now I've got some mini Finnebar stamps here, and I'm just going to add this to the background, but I'm going to add like a bit of an orangey colour. So I've got my sample book here just to make sure that the colour that I'm going to use is what I actually want. So I'll stamp that randomly all over the page. And when I art journal, I actually put on as much or as little as I want on my background. The great thing about art journaling is there's no right or wrong way of doing things. So I'm just going to dry that off and put this aside. Now, I purchased this not long ago, and this is the Paper Mill watercolor palette, and I've never used any sort of paints like this. So I just thought I would give it a go because this was inexpensive. The paper that I'm using is a Kmart watercolor paper as well. So once again, very inexpensive, and it enables me just to have a go. Now, I do want the paint to move a bit, so just making sure that I've sprayed some water on it and can move it around. Now, once again, I don't think there's any right or wrong way of doing things. I'm just getting in and just wanting to have a play. This paper here is what I will use to actually stamp my Hipster stamps on. Now with this paper, I'm going to make sure that it is really, really dry before I actually stamp my stamps onto it, because I don't want it to be partially wet because the ink on the stamps might actually run a bit. So I'm just going to make sure that's all dried off. Now I have decided to use my Tim Holtz tonic stamping platform here because the ink that I've got really does need to be re-inked. But this is the beauty of using a stamping platform, because you can re-stamp in exactly the same place until you get a great impression. Now I also have the matching dies for only 3 of these Hipster guys, so I'll just go and cut them out. Now I am going to add some colour to these guys because they're a little bit on the lame side, I think, with colour. So I've just got some Distress Oxide ink, just pop that down, and I've just got a watercolour pen here that I'm actually going to use to pop some colour down. So this is a really good way as well. Instead of using Distress Oxides as stamping, you can actually use it for painting as well. Just going to have a play and just put some further colour down on these little guys. Now I am just going to glue these down onto my page using Simon Says Stamping Craft Tacky Glue, and this will hold them in place lovely. Now I did find a quote by Douglas Horton, and it's "Smile, it's free therapy." So I thought this quote would be very fitting for the page, as these little hipster guys aren't really smiling, and that this quote would go really well on this page. So I'm just going to use a lead pencil and just going over in lead pencil just to make sure where I want the placement of my words. When I'm happy with it, I've just got a black pen here. It's nothing special, a black pen, because I can't find my Posca pen, so I've just used a permanent marker here. Now don't forget, as usual, all the products that I am using will be listed over on my website, and my website link will be listed down below also. So just colouring in the word here of smile, because that's what I want to be prominent on my page. Just going to rub out all the lead pencil lines around so you can't see where I actually drew in the words. Now I decided that I am going to use dots and dashes for my border, just something a little bit different, just with this felt pen, and this is the pen that I used to do the lettering also. So nothing fancy, just a dot, dash, dot, dash. So I'll do that all around my page. Just going to go around all my little hipster guys with a fine black Sharpie pen just to make them pop off the page a little bit more. I'm just going to go over the glasses just with my fine Sharpie black marker here, just to make those glasses pop off these little guys' faces. Just got a gel pen as well. I'm just going to colour in the whites of their eyes also. So I'm just going to use my white gel pen just to put a little bit of stitching just on the edge of the letters here. So I'm low on my gel pen and it is giving just a subtle stitch look. So the last thing that I did do that I didn't film because it was a bit of an afterthought was I used some glossy accents to colour in the glasses. So this will actually dry clear and give the perception that they're wearing glasses. Now I'd love to hear which hipster is your favourite, the cat, the ostrich or the goat. I think the goat is my favourite. So I hope you have found some inspiration and enjoyed this video today. If you have, please give me your thumbs up. If you haven't done so already, please consider subscribing to my channel and don't forget to hit that notification bell for up and coming videos. Until next time everybody, happy crafting. See ya!